everybody have one of these worksheets before I start?
No.
No.
Okay.
Maybe one extra to take home? I have a ton. So first of all, thank you, Jen, for inviting me here. As Jen said, I am the Programs and Grants Manager for the Cattaraugus County Arts Council. We're about 2 hours south of here. And we do relatively some of the same things that ASI does. We are here to foster and to develop the arts in artists, arts nonprofits, groups, friends, anybody who's interested in the arts. So if at any time you have any questions or want to break out or come down to the southern tier, I also administer galleries, I run our educational program at the Arts Council, so I'm always looking for people to teach, to show, to sell, and we are here 2 hours south. I am really informal. I'm not one of those people to stand up and preach to you, so if you have any questions, throw something at me, raise a hand, and I really want it to be open and a fun forum to talk about websites.
Can I ask one question?
Sure. If Jen wants it again, I can. Yep. This is a one-time thing for now.
And that's something, if I send you the survey as the follow-up after this, and you want this again, or you want some sort of specific topic from this session that you want Courtney to come back and speak to, let us know in that survey, and then we can count something later in 2016.
Yeah. And does anybody already have a website? If you want to raise your hand. So some of you do. Do you guys use HTML, or are you using a web-based forum? Web-based? So it would be like a Weebly, a Web, a Squarespace, something like that. Okay, great. What my presentation is going to be today is the basics on why do you have a website, things that should go into a website, and then how do you actually build one. So I will take you step by step through building a simple website. I like to call it a free website because you can always pay and upgrade your site, but if you want to go completely free, I will show you how to do it.
What is DIY?
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
What has happened in the past, probably about before 10 years ago, you had to hire somebody who would manage your website for you. So when you wanted to change a photo, you had to get on the phone, you had to call Joe Schmo, who had 8 other people he was working for a website. It took forever. He may not have done it correctly. It was really hard for you to change what you wanted on your website. So with technology, that has all gone by the wayside. You can do it yourself, and that's what I will talk today about. Now I'm here for artists, but I've also done this class for nonprofit organizations. So I'll use references of both for a nonprofit organization or a business, as well as being an individual artist. I'm an artist myself. I said I work for the Arts Council, so I'll show you my website, I'll show you the Arts Council's website, and we'll go through everything together. Yes?
Are you going to talk about the HTTP website along with the web-based one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We'll go through the web-based sites, and that's a domain name. So we'll talk about what domain names are.
Okay. Good.
So all that stuff is written down. I don't know really like the language of everything.
Yeah, I'll explain it all to you.
What's this? I'm like, okay.
That's why you're here today.
And the domain. So you're gonna hit on all that stuff.
I will hit on all of that stuff.
I'm a dummy right now. I'm not ashamed to say it.
As soon as you leave, you guys will know everything. And if not, it's on your sheet of paper. Or call me and I'll tell you again. Okay, so why should I have a website? So having a website for an artist or for an organization establishes a presence. It also connects potential buyers, curators, and gallery owners to all other media sources that you have. It enhances your credibility. It's a location to show your past, your present, and your future work, as well as a sales platform. What's a better way to sell your work than online? So those are some of the things that we're going to discuss today. So for those of you who do not have a website, what are some reasons why you don't already have a website?
Didn't know how to do it.
Didn't know how to do it? Okay. Is it really, people are really scared about creating a website? There's a lot of work that can go into it.
Because when you try an attempt, everything says you got paid.
Exactly. I use a free website. We're going to talk about Weebly for a little bit, but there's a lot of other ones you can use. So thing I tell my customers when somebody comes in and says, okay, I want you to build me a website. Great, not a problem. The first thing I ask them to do is do your research. So up here are some questions that you're going to ask yourself. What kind of websites do you like? Why do you like those websites? What are the elements that you like? What are some things you do not like about those websites? What fonts do you like? What fonts go with your work? What colors do you like? And how do you want to organize your images? I tell my customers, friends, artists, the most important thing is doing your research. Take a few weeks and just look through friends. Go to, Buffalo Artist Studio and look at all the artists there and look at their websites and say, okay, I like this one, I don't like this one, and take notes.
Gosh, I'm not from Buffalo. You said the Buffalo what?
Buffalo Artist Studio, or any group of artists where you can find their website.
Oh, okay.
At the Arts Council, I'll show you our website. We have a link of our friends, our member artists, that you can kind of look at their sites. Some are good, some are bad. Just take your time and research. See what you like, what colors you like. This is the most important aspect for me, so that you're not going in blindly, not knowing what you want. Anybody have any questions before we move on to the next? I talk a little fast. Okay. So, the elements of a good website should be easy to navigate, clutter-free. You should have an easy readable font. You should have no advertising. You should have a solid color backgrounds. Your pages should be organized, and you should have consistent updating.
No advertising?
No advertising, yep. So on your worksheet, I'm going to go through each of these things. So an easy to navigate or an organized page. If patrons have to click through multiple pages to find your contact information, they're going to leave. If patrons or your customers have to click multiple pages to buy a painting, they're not going to buy it. So you want to make it as easy as possible for somebody to see your work, to see who you are, and to buy your work if it's for sale. Yeah.
When you say no advertising, do you mean as far as those pop-up ads?
The pop-up ads, some websites on the top page, you're selling artwork and they sell diapers or baby formula or something that does not go with your artwork. There are a lot of blogs out there if you want to start a blog that do have advertising. So if you're going to sell paintings, maybe you can do some advertising with paintbrushes or Dick Blick or certain companies. But none of those pop-up ads, because then customers aren't going to want to come back to your page. They're just going to click it out and not go back to you. Clutter-free. This is one of my biggest pet peeves when you go to a website and you see so many pieces of artwork, you see a bunch of text, you see links to different places. You really want to make it an easy place that customers can look and say, okay, it's clean, it's easy to navigate, and you don't have a lot of clutter all over the place. Clean typography, yep.
So why would websites have advertisements? In other words, how does that happen?
There are some websites builders that have built it into their system. Weebly is not one of those. I don't think Squarespace does it easier. There are some other sites that people who are to get a free website and make
sneak advertisements in there.
Yeah, there are some sites that do that and some that do not do that. So you'll want to look and see what they have. Weebly is not one of those, though, I can tell you that. Clean typography. I can tell you as an artist, as a curator, the worst thing for me is to go on somebody's website and they have this beautiful artwork, but I can't read anything about it because it's a script font in a really thin, white color. You're going to want a really simple font that is readable on any computer, on any mobile device, so that when I'm on my little iPhone, I can see what it says. So if I want to buy a $2,000 painting, I better be able to see your information and know where to call you or email you at. So if you do use a different font, you'll want to make sure that you review it and see if it's easily readable. Talk to friends, talk to other artists, and have them look at your site before you publish it and say, hey, can you read that? No advertising advertising, we talked about that a little bit. Solid color background. For my design aesthetic, I like a tan, a gray, a white, or a black background. If you're selling paintings or jewelry, the worst thing is to have a background of flowers and then you have a painting in the middle of it or a piece of jewelry. It really distracts from your art or your product if you're selling a product. And then consistent updating. The one thing I hate, again, is a website that hasn't been updated since 1999. With the same images, everything is sold, and the email doesn't work, or the phone number is out of code. So you're going to want to update your website anytime you have an address change, anytime you have new work. If you are going to add a blog to your website, I say at least once a week, 3 times a month, you're going to want to update your blog and give stories. Any questions on all those kind of elements of a good website? So pages. How many of you have 5 or more pages to your website? How many do you guys usually have? Main pages? 4. Okay, that's good. So one of the things we're going to talk about is what do you put on your website and how do you organize your ideas and thoughts. So these are my top website pages. There should be an about page. Who you are, what are your credentials, maybe your resume, a photo of you in your studio. An about page could also, if you're an organization, could be your board of directors. It could be your staff. People really love that. People want to see you, see who you are. Contact information. If I want to buy a painting or hire you to turn me a bowl, I need to be able to find you in an easy space. So you're going to want to put at least your name, so people know who you are, an email address. Make sure it's an email address that you answer regularly. I've talked to some artists who, I said, I emailed you 8 times, why didn't you get it? Oh, that email on my website is bad. You don't want to. And a phone number. I sometimes put my phone number on there. I usually do not put my home address. If you have a studio, you can put your studio location, but I'm a little weird about home addresses. My husband's a high school art teacher. We don't want kids at our house egging it or anything like that, so I leave that out. You're going to want a gallery of images or products, whatever you are selling, you're exhibiting, or you want to show the public. Links. I like links to my Facebook page as I'm an artist, my Etsy page, if you're on Twitter, any organizations I'm involved with, as well as my friends. So all of you in the room, consider you my friends. We can link together on LinkedIn, on our websites. That way it just creates a really nice network for you as an artist. And it's nice to have your friends all in one spot. Some pages you can also have, they're not necessary, but a blog. And I'll show you in Weebly how to set up a blog. You can also have a section that's news and press release. Maybe you were just written about in Art Voice, or the Buffalo News just did a little article on you. You can link to their website, or if you download that article, you can link it right to your website as well. And a schedule of events or exhibitions. If any of you do Elmwood or Allentown or any of the festivals, this is a great place to show your customers where you're going to be, what you're selling, and at what time.
May I ask a question? Sure. Backing up to the contact information.
Yeah.
What's the rule or thinking of the putting out information such as your actual email address for those bots or whatever that might get hold of them? I don't know if you're going to talk about that.
Yeah, what I usually do for that is a great question. So she said if you put your website on your email address on your website, there are some computer programs that will steal your email address and just use it to spam. What I suggest doing is, for my email is Courtney@myartscouncil.net. That's my work email. What I would do on my website is Courtney at My Arts Council, and then in parentheses I put .dot, net. So that way they just can't click on it and go to your website. They have to actually delete that and put the .com. You can do that same thing with at. You can put at in parentheses, and that way you don't have to worry about somebody just stealing your email address. And I'll show that to you. There's also one thing I mentioned on the website that I don't bring up here. Optional additions to your website. So you can also add Google Analytics. Does anybody know what Google Analytics is? You know a little bit about it? Okay, Google Analytics is a site hosted by Google. You can put it right directly on your website, and what it will show is where your website traffic is coming from, searches, links, direct traffic, how many visitors you have, who are new, how many returning visitors, what keywords are being used to find your website, what pages people go to look on your website. With Weebly, which I will show you in a little bit, they have that already built in if you pay for it. But Google Analytics is free, so you can download it and add it directly to your website and get that information to see where you're getting your customers or where people are looking for your work at, or you as an artist. Okay. So now that you say, okay, I'm going to start a website, or those of you who already have a website, the first thing I suggest doing is doing your research, figuring out what you like, what you don't like, how you want your website to look. The second thing I suggest doing is creating a website map. What that is a sheet of paper. I usually take like 8 sheets of paper and tape them all together, and I create a map. On the top I say website, and then I will figure out how many pages I want and what those pages are going to be. So basically you're writing a first draft of your website on paper. That way you can scribble it out, you can erase it if you need to. It's a lot easier to change this than it is a website that you've already built. So create a map. Figure out how many title pages you're going to have. Are you going to have any drop-down menus? So I'll show you the Arts Council's website and our drop-down menus and our website map that we created. Has anybody ever created a website map before? You have? Has anybody done a first draft of a paper, or I don't know what they're called?
Outline?
An outline. Yep, an outline. We're taking it all the way back to elementary school. Someone had a question earlier. So your domain name. Once you have your website map developed, you're going to want to figure out what is that domain name going to be. So when I go to your website, is it going to be www.yourname, CourtneyBlackman.com, or www.ipaintsunrises.com? Whatever it's going to be, that is your domain name. It's a unique name that identifies a website. Each website has a domain name that serves as an address, which is used to access your website. You can buy a domain name at Weebly, which I'll show you about Weebly. I'm not paid through Weebly. It's just, I really love the company. You can buy your domain name through GoDaddy, Network Solutions. There are many sites out there. Kind of look what your best price is. GoDaddy is a really good, reliable business. They have great customer service. So that is maybe something you want to look at.
How much do they cost?
It varies. It depends on what you're going to have your website be. So my website is CourtneyBlackman.com. I probably pay $12.99 a year for my domain name.
Okay.
If it's something a little more specialized, it may be less, it may be more, but it's usually around $13-10. So for a domain name, you're going to want to ask your family, friends, associates for their opinions on your choices. What seems funny to you may not be so funny to someone else. You also do not want to use the name of a well-known company or product or any variations of that name. Even if you think, okay, that's going to drive business to my website, but you could have a lot of legal issues if you say steal jacksonpollock.com. If it's not already taken, you may have some legal issues with that. You want to check out pricing before you agree to any domain names. On Weebly, you have to buy the starter version, which is, I think it's like $3 to $4 a month, to be able to have a domain name on your website. Some are free. Weebly makes you pay that first step before you can actually insert your own domain name. So you're going to take a look at whatever site you choose to use and what their levels of interest and availability are for your domain name. Does anybody have any questions about domain names? Do you want to talk about any of your domain names that you have in the room?
So that's a name that when you go to the site, it doesn't have the free site in it. Correct,
yep. Okay. Yep, so Weebly or other sites, it could be www, and I'll show you one of those, twintiertheaterconsortium.weebly.com. So that has the name in there, and that is completely free. You may want to start off with that until you can build your website, maybe use it for a year and see how it goes, and then you can go into paying for a website. But domain names are things that you're going to purchase that do not have, your web hosting name in it. They could be anything. It could be ilovehotdogs.com.
Excuse me, web hosting name?
Yeah, so Weebly is your web host.
Okay, the host, gotcha.
Yeah, so in some websites for free, it could be www.painting.weebly.com. So you wouldn't have to pay for that. And I'll show you once we get onto the site, maybe easier to know. You want your domain name to be something that's recognizable, something that is also going to refer to what you're doing. If you're making paintings, you don't want your web host name to have jewelry in it, or to, you want it to either have your name, your medium, your business name, something along those lines. I use my name. Does anybody know what content management system is? It's a content management system. It's a computer application or web host that allows publishing, editing, organizing, and deleting, as well as maintenance from a central interface. There are many CMS programs. Weebly is one, Squarespace is one. This puts the ownership in your hands as an artist. You are the ones changing photographs. You are the ones changing text. You are the ones changing colors. It's not somebody that you have to go and pay every, $50 every 2 hours and they're going to do work for you. This is all your own work. Or you can hire someone to do it. But this is easiest. From experience, this is the better way to go. A lot cheaper. I could go into CMS forever. All you need to know is user-friendly. Simple, done. I'll show you what it looks like soon. Who knows what SEO is? I'm sure you've heard search engine optimization. So this is something that you're going to want to do once your website is built. This helps search engines like Google, Yahoo, Ask, Bing to find your site. So, my name, CourtneyBlackman.com, anybody who only knows my name and knows my web URL, domain name, is going to find that website. Unless I put in some keywords that are going to help Google and Bing connect their site with my website. I'll show you how to do this in Weebly. There are sections in the back end of your web hosting site that will allow you to put keywords in. So some keywords you may use are landscape, painter, buffalo, oil paintings. It also has a little area for a description that I'll show. So you can say, landscape painter for over 40 years, focusing on black and white nature landscapes. Something like that. There is a lot of information on the website about SEO. It is extremely important, but it is extremely hard to understand. So I hope I'll actually be able to show you where to go and what to do in a few moments with SEO. Okay. So, Weebly. Like I said, I'm not paid by Weebly, no sponsorship. I am just a user for the past 6 years of Weebly. I think it's fantastic. They have great customer service. Some bad things, some good things. But I personally have been using Weebly for a long time for my personal website, as well as many other websites for organizations and artists that I work with. So Weebly, www.weebly.com. They have paid and free versions. And it's, like I said, very user-friendly, and their customer service is available. There's always one point in the day where I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Call Weebly, they are great. I love working with them. So, I talked a little bit about why you should have a website, some things that you should have. What we're going to do now is spend the rest of the time actually building a website. So you guys can see kind of how things go. So, first thing I'm going to show you, this is our website at the Cattaraugus County Arts Council using Weebly. I'm going to scroll down so you can see all the things that we do using Weebly. Now this is a paid version. Yeah.
Could you turn some of the lights
Yeah,
down?
I can do that.
There's some right here in front of you too.
It's over here.
Is it over there? Here they are. That helps. Good? Good? Okay. So this is our website at the Arts Council. You can see we have some pages. We have drop-down menus as well as pullover menus. We also have hooked to our children's classes. We hook to our PayPal so we can sell items through our website. So what I'm going to go through, we are going to, all together, we're going to create a Weebly website, step by step. It is also on your handout, so when you get home, what did I do? It'll be on here, step by step. So to find Weebly, it's easy. Oops, www.weebly.com. So sometimes they change the photos on here. Don't be frightened if it looks different next time you go on. So to create a website, you're going to go to sign up. Before you do that, also you can look at features, themes, pricing, and other things they have going on. So to sign up, to create a website, we're going to click sign up. And I'm going to use, let's see here. I have so many emails on here, but so I put my name in, an email address, and a password. You're going to click sign up for free. Oopsie. I've used so many email addresses. Let's do this works. Okay, use a website with that.
So why isn't it taking this?
Because I have so many, because I've used Weebly for demonstrations, and I've used all the email addresses that I already have.
So you already have an account?
I already have an account with all my, for the Arts Council.
You've got a common there. Yeah.
do you want to use my email?
Yeah.
Because I don't have a Weebly account, I know that for sure.
That's good.
That's good. Thanks, Jen.
Okay, what's your email? asiwnyinfo@gmail.
Okay. There we go. Thanks, Jen. I should probably keep creating email addresses or deleting them when I'm done with them. So they're going to say, okay, what is the focus of your website? Is it going to be a site? Is it going to be a blog? Or are you going to use it as a store? If you create a store, you won't be able to put other information in it. So I would just use either a site or a blog. For this demonstration, we're going to go to site.
Store and you have a business.
You can, but for Weebly, you have to pay a certain amount of money to use the store. But what we can use is PayPal, and I'll show you how to log on your PayPal account to be able to put it there. So with Weebly, with Squarespace, with Webs, there have a bunch of themes that you can choose. This can be changed at any time later, so you're going to choose one. I like this one. So this is why you're going to want to think about your website. What do you like about it? What comes up now is, the first one is use a subdomain of Weebly. This is completely free of charge, what you were talking about. So I could do iloveasi.weebly.com is available. So we'll use that for now. If you want to register a new domain, let's say iloveasi. That's also available.
No, it's not.
But take
Okay,
it.
the one above it is.
No. There you go. iloveasi123 is available. Now, Weebly also does domain names. So if you want to purchase a domain name through Weebly, you can do that just by clicking continue. If you already have a domain name that you want to connect, say you guys already, for those of you who have a website, if you want to switch to Weebly, you can just put your domain name in that you already own, and Weebly will help you through the process of pointing them to each other. So for the time being, I don't want to put my credit card number in. We're going to do it free. We're going to use iloveasi.weebly.com.
So it's a subdomain.
A subdomain is going to be, you see it says .weebly, so you do not pay for this. It is, your website is a subdomain of weebly.com.
Okay.
So we're going to use a subdomain of weebly.com. Okay, here you go. So this is your website. We can change everything on here, images. So you will see at the top up here in blue, it says build, design, pages, store, settings. There's a question mark and a square. So the build tab. Over here on the left-hand side, you are going to see these are all your elements. And if you scroll down, this is going to be the basis of your website. I can change this top image. Or you can upload your own image. If you want to put a painting or jewelry or whatever you want, you can do that. You can also, I'll show you on pages, get rid of this image as well if you don't want a large image of your work there. So the elements you have, yeah?
Hi, so when you upload, say you want to upload your image, does it tell you what size and the...
Yep, it'll tell you what size, everything that you need to upload.
The resolution, all that, it tells you.
Yep, yep. So you will have your elements. You have a text element, or a title, a text, image, a gallery, slideshow, map, contact form. You can embed a code. There's a spacer, a divider. You can add videos if you want, files, products down here for commerce, Google AdSense, if anybody has Google AdSense. And there's always some more. You know, you can do whatever these are. Google AdSense is you can buy like credits. I've never used it. I don't use it. But you can buy credits and have ads and things on your website. So we're going to go with subdomain of Weebly. So up here also is design. If you go back to this top, this is going to let you change the colors of your website. You can change your theme. So say I get bored with this one, I want to change it. It's really easy just to click your theme, and it gives you a whole list of other themes to choose. Let's say I want to use this.
You can change it anytime?
Anytime, yep, at any time. Before you actually change your website, you can preview it. So over here, once you have all your information in there, instead of retyping everything out, if you just click the preview button, it'll preview what it's going to be with all your information on it. So you can kind of click through and see what you like best, what's best going to work for your work, and who you are as an artist. So I like this, so I'm going to choose this. So it just changed it. If I had any information on there, it would still stay on there. So that's design. You can change the fonts, and it tells you you can change the site title, the navigation menu, and it highlights. You see that they highlight in blue when I scroll over. If you have a phone number, your headline will change. I suggest using no more than 2 fonts on your website. It's kind of rule of thumb design-wise. And you can also change the background. So that was that image that I had. The next top element are pages. This is where you are going to add, delete, whatever you need to do if you want more pages. So to create a page, it's really easy. All you're going to do is click the plus sign. So I click it, you can see it brings up a menu, standard page, blog page, store page, and external page. 98% of the time, you're going to use a standard page. A blog page is if you want to create a blog. I would have no more than 1 blog per website. You don't want to have 8 pages with different blogs on there. It gets a little confusing. A store page and an external page can link to another website. So we're going to go with a standard page. So it pops up a new menu for you, and it highlights the title, the page name. I'm going to put gallery, so we're going to do a gallery of art. What you can do is also hide this page in your navigation. So up here, where it says home, about, contact, and new page, this is considered your header. What I can do is hide this gallery page in my navigation. So do you see how it went away once I clicked it? That's in case if you want to, hide a page and link to other pages, and I'll show you how to do that. Underneath header type, you can click it. It says tall header. That is going to be this image right here. So right now it's considered a tall header. We can change it to a short header. You see how the size of this changed? We can also change it to no header, so that you can put your own image on here if you want. And then there's some advanced tools. This is where you'll put in your page title, so it can be gallery. And when I was talking about SEO, search engine optimization, the keywords and page descriptions can be found right in here under advanced. So you can put in your page description, a gallery of my images from 2015, oil paintings in Buffalo. Your meta words are going to be your keywords for search engine optimization. So in here, you're going to put landscape, painter, oil, Buffalo, New York. And then use those keywords throughout your website in your artist statement. And that will help Google and Bing and all those search engines to find your site. So let's leave it as no header. So I'm ready to build my home website.
Your page.
Yep, I switch pages, yep. So if you just click up here, it takes you from page to page. So to change text, unlike calling somebody and saying, hey, can you add a period to the end of my name? All you have to do is click. And it changes it for you. You can add a, this can say, let's see that. Thank you. Thank you. Now say at the bottom, I want to put a little description about who I am, what I do. Actually, about section. I am going to get rid of this header. I don't really like headers. So you're going to go to Pages. Under About, you click About. And under Header Type, we're going to do No Header. So to build your page, you're going to go back at the top blue strip up here to Build. And this is the easy part. If you can drag and drop, you can make a website. So what I will do is take the title. You can see that it changes. Your cursor changes when it grabs this. So all you're going to do is click on it. It highlights in blue. And you're going to drag it over here until you can see that blue line. If you're going to see that blue line at the top, then you're going to let go. And that's my title. So I can say, About Me. Now I want to add my bio. I'm going to grab the text, and I'm going to drag this, and I'm going to drag it below the About Me. That means it's going to go underneath that section. I literally dragged it and dropped. So in here I can copy and paste. This is my bio. And you can just keep writing whatever you want in there. So say you want to add a photo of you and your cat, or in my case, my dog, which I do. I think I have a picture of my dog and I have my website. You can grab the image and bring this right over. Oops. Okay, so who saw what happened? I thought I put it underneath my bio, but it didn't. So what you can do easily to move things around in Weebly, take your cursor and hover over whatever you want to change or to move. You'll see there's an arrow. In the middle, there's this kind of bar with 8 buttons on it, and there's an X. The X will delete it. When you click this X, it'll say, are you sure? No, I'm not sure. I don't want to delete it yet. But to move items, you just move your cursor over the middle bar, and all you're going to do is drag and move it. There you go. So underneath it now. To upload an image, nothing crazy. All you have to do is click. And you can either drag a photo into this box. You can upload a photo from your computer. I'm sure there's not one here, but we're going to do this. Probably doesn't have any photos on here. But all you do is upload a photo from your computer.
Could you slow that down a little bit, because that's a step that I don't know how to do.
Yeah, so what we are going to do, once you have put the image icon into the section that you want, what you'll do is just click that image, and it automatically brings up this box.
So, but when you went back to the menu for, I'm also very elementary.
Oh, no problem.
So when you upload a photo from your computer, so then the menu from your computer was up on the screen.
Yeah.
So then I didn't follow, because you did it so quickly, what you did there.
Yeah, sure. So here, I click upload a photo from your computer. And this brings up your desktop, your downloads, your recent files. So I always keep my images in a folder under my desktop. So what you'll do is find wherever you have stored your images.
Well, do you have anything sitting in pictures right now?
No, I looked. This isn't my computer. But you may have photos in your picture album. You may have photos under documents.
Downloads.
Or downloads.
So then you click on
the
folder.
Yep, you click on the folder. Let's see here. There's probably no. Let's see if there's any images in my disk. So you're going to find wherever you have images stored, and then all you will do, so let's say we go to documents. You will click, photo number 1, and then hit open. If there was an image in here,
yeah,
you'd hit open, and it would automatically start to load on this website.
Okay.
Let's do something.
So you're opening the folder and then loading it into the.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Into Weebly.
Yeah, I'm gonna save image as
Start down.
in desktop. So I'm gonna save on my desktop page a picture of a cat.
Okay.
We are gonna add that picture of a cat to our website. So what I'm going to do is hit upload a photo. Go to my desktop, because that's where I save the image. And there's a picture of my cat. So we're going to click cat, open, and it's a funny picture. So it automatically loads it. And you can see down here at the corner, it showed you the status. So if you have a really large image that has high megapixels, that has a really great DPI, it may take a little bit longer. So uploading your images, I would suggest for, I don't want to say safety's sake, that you don't upload anything higher than 300 DPI. And you want a small image so that somebody can't take that image and copy it and print it, and that way you lose a sale or they're stealing your image from you. You may want to put a watermark on your image in Photoshop if you can, if you're worried about that. I'll take you to some other websites and show you how those work. That cat is hysterical. So we have an about page. You can continue to, write your text and all that fun stuff. DPI is dots per inch, I think. So standard 300 DPI is kind of a really good quality for print. 72 DPI you can also use as kind of a smaller file. That means in your image there's only 72 dots per inch as compared to 300. So the higher you go up in numbers, the better. Yeah, sure.
It says store page and what
Yeah, PayPal. So what I'll show you in a little bit how to add your PayPal account to your website, and how to, we sell classes and we sell tickets and things like that. I'm going to show you guys the behind the scenes of my website and the Arts Council's website, so you can see how it works a little bit better than nothing, a cat.
Courtney?
Yep.
You said the good quality print is 300 DPI?
300
At
DPI.
least 300?
Yeah, at least 300 DPI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
How do you know how large your file is?
What you'll do to figure out how large your file is take it into either a Photoshop, a GIMP, or any kind of online photo editing, and they should tell you under size, I think it will say. I use Photoshop, but there's a lot of free websites out there. GIMP, G-I-M-P, is like a Photoshop, but it's free. You don't have to pay the $800.
I use Picasa.
Picasa.
Which is a Google product.
Yeah.
Where it's free. And,
There's a lot of those, so you don't have to pay for it. The Arts Council pays for nothing.
you.
So.
Okay, so that's a step you might need to use to get, if I have some photos that I want to put in the website, I might need to size the photo
You might
in
be,
another, in this Photoshop or something like it.
yes, it depends on the size of your image. If you want to put a watermark, you can easily go into one of those photo editings and just put your name in there.
Okay, I'm a dummy. What is the watermark for?
What does what?
What does the watermark do?
The watermark is just kind of a security protection for your work so that somebody doesn't go on your website and say, steal your image, and then reproduce it and reprint
It's
it.
like a copyright.
Copyright, they still may do it, but if there's a big, big name on the bottom of it, they may not do that. I don't really use that on my website, and I'll show you my website. Take it if you want, they're small images.
I was just going to say, if anybody uses Pinterest, it's so easy to just have a Pinterest account, go to a website, and go, ooh, I really like that. Click, and bam, it's gone, it's now on your account. And if that image doesn't have your name on it, it may not eventually be attributed to you.
Exactly.
And therefore, it's gone. It's gone into the ether, so.
So, to create a gallery, say I want to do a slideshow of, a bunch of cat photos. Let me download some more. Oh, it's kind of weird. But I just saved a bunch of images. So I want to create a gallery or a slideshow of my artwork. They have a really nice gallery and slideshow button. I will show you both. So first, slideshow. So all you're going to do is hover your mouse around slideshow until you get the plus. You're going to click it, right click, or left click. Drag it over until you see that blue line and let go. Then it comes up, you can choose your style. I have a simple slideshow, one with thumbnails on the bottom, one with numbers, one with, double thumbnails on the right. I'm going to go with thumbnails on the bottom. You're going to click continue. And then here's where you're going to upload your images from your website. So it's good to have everything organized beforehand. You can keep it in a folder that says, website images. That way you're not clicking, taking your time clicking through your desktop to find your images. So just upload multiple images at a time by holding Control, or on Mac if you have that little Mac key. So I'm going to click Upload from your computer. And I'm going to hit Control, and it's just going to pick up a bunch of my images. I guess I have 3 images. Then I'm going to click Open. And you'll see they're going quite fast. They're small images down here. So on this page, it's my management of my slideshow. There's 3 different buttons on here. There's a link, there's a caption, and there's a trash can. So if you want to delete it, you can just click that trash can and it deletes it from your slideshow. So for the caption, you can put in, green eggs and ham. This painting is this photograph is $50, and it's an 8 by 10. And you can click save. You can always add more photos if you need to after the fact, or you can click save, and that is going to publish your slideshow on your website. So we're going to click save. And you can see since this is my first image I have, down here at the bottom it says green eggs and ham, $50, 8 by 10. That way your customer can email you and say, okay, I want green eggs and ham, here's $50, and it's 8 by 10. Underneath, you will see the slideshow images. Now we only had 3, so it's only going to show you 3. But what you can do is click on them, and it brings it up for you. So, what I like to do is always check my website in real time to see what it looks like, if things are functioning right. So to publish your website, to check it out in real time, I hit publish. Okay. We're going to stick with use a subdomain. We don't have to pay anything for it. So those of you who are kind of contemplating using a website, I would try this out for a little bit first before you invest money in a domain name. So click continue. They're going to ask you to categorize your website. Personal, business, group, organization, wedding, portfolio. Personal. You can skip it if you want.
So is this, what you're doing now is you've made some steps in making the website, so you're checking it out to see how it's coming out?
Exactly. We're going to check it out in real time to see what a patron or a customer would look at. Sometimes images may look a little different, sometimes slideshows may not work. So every time I'm working on a website, I toggle between the back end and the front end. So they're going to make you do this. Okay. So up here it says, your free site will not be found on search engines. You can upgrade to, buy a domain. But for the time being, if you click on this right here, this is going to take me to my website in real time. So I like to toggle between this, my home page, and this one. So we can go to gallery and see here's our cats. And down here are the slideshow. So people have to click on those. So say I don't really like that slideshow, I want to do something different. All I'm going to do is highlight this, click that red, or that X that turns red, and you can say delete, and it's gone. What I want to do is do a gallery of images, so everybody can see all of my images. What you do is click gallery, drag and drop over, and it's going to say upload images. To upload the images, all you're going to do is click. Click within that box. So in the box over here, you just click on it, and it pops up. So you can upload gallery photos from your computer. We're going to go back to the cats. You can do more than one if you hit Control. It makes it easy if you already have your images all together. This way they just line up all your images together. If I had more, they would just keep going. So let's find more. So I found 2 more images that I wanted to add. So what I do is just kind of toggle inside of this blue box. And it's I clicked anywhere except for an image, and it says gallery, add your image. So upload gallery photos. Open. And here are the 2 other images that I found. Now, those images are kind of large. Say I have, 50 images on here. It's going to take up a really long page. What you can do if you click anywhere within this blue box, it's going to come up where you add your images. You can also change the number of columns that you have. So if you click number of columns, I can change it to 6. Actually, 5. So what that does now is put 5 images together instead of 3 as before. You can change it anywhere from 2, I think it was up to 6 was the highest one that you can do.
So how many rows can you do?
As many as you want.
Really?
Yeah, click on them or they will.
They will blow it. Yep. So to check that out, I publish the site. And then I go to our, site in real time. And here are the 5. You click on one, it enlarges the photo, and what is really nice, if you see this arrow, customers don't have to keep going in and out. They can just click through the images, which is really nice. So you can go through the images that way. example that you can use for a gallery. This is my website. In my gallery page, I have created hidden pages that you don't see up here. One is for recent works and one is for older works. So this is how I organize my gallery, old, new works. You click on the website, it takes you to another page that has the images on it. So if you do photography, if you also do jewelry and you do painting, you can have a button for painting, you can have a button for jewelry, and a page for photography. I have a photographer who I just did a website for. He has naturescapes, landscapes, reptiles, animals, so we created categories for him. Those categories then linked to another page that had all of his images on it. And again, this links up and it takes you through, all of the images. This is a website that I created for a theater consortium. So these are all their members, our members of the organization. We have 7 different theaters. Each of these theaters, when you click on the photo, moves to their own page. So that's another example. You can do that if you're a photographer and have multiple lines, or a jewelry maker, or a painter. Yeah?
On the page that has your cat gallery pictures, can you put those in a photo album, like orange cats, black cats?
Yeah.
Can you show us how to make like the albums instead of individual?
Yep. So we're going to go back to our, behind the scenes site. So what we're going to do, let me delete this. So in my gallery, I'm going to put in 2 images. Let's do a black cat and a green cat category.
Okay.
So here's one large image. I'm going to take this image again and pull it over, and you can see that that blue line comes perpendicular to that image. So that means they're going to be side by side. So to upload an image, we're going to click Upload Image. And we're going to pick the green cat. And then we're going to choose the orange cat. So you have both of these here. Now what we have to do to link to another page is create another page. But we can hide those pages so you don't see them. So what we're going to do is go to Pages, and up here at plus sign, we're just going to do a standard page. We're going to call it Green Cat. And I'm going to hide in navigation so you don't see it. And click Save. Then we're going to do another page, standard page. We're going to call it Orange Cat. Orange Cat. Hide in navigation once again, and save. Everybody got that step? Creating a new page? So now we're going to go back to our gallery, and now we need to link these 2 hidden pages to these images. So what I'll do is click on this image. It comes up with Edit Image, Replace Image, Link, Align, Spacing, all this stuff. We're going to worry about the link. You're going to click Link, and you have different options of what you want to link to. You can link to another website. You can link to a standard page, a store page, a file, or an email address. For this purpose, we are going to link to another standard page. So you're going to click Standard Page, and if you click this drop-down menu, it's going to come up with all our other pages we've created, even if they're hidden. So we're going to grab the green cat and hit Save. So it goes to green cat and save. We're going to click on the one on the right, click Link again, click Standard Page, and this time we're going to go to the orange cat page. I love the raising cats. And hit save. So now, we've had these two images linked to those pages. We're going to publish it, just so we can see to make sure those links work properly. I'm going to go here, do this. So we have our green cat and our orange cat. You can tell that my cursor changes when I toggle over the image. That means it will link towards something else. So just to test it out, you can click this, and it goes to another page. And I'll show you how we can edit that page.
Can we go back for a second to when you just, I think, hit publish, and it said that it's not going to be found on search engines?
Yep.
Is that right? Like, if you tell somebody just Google my name, you'll find my Weebly site, that's not true?
Not with we use the subdomain of Weebly.
Okay.
So if we, let's see here, let's go to Google. Because we use the subdomain and not a domain that you purchased, they can type in up here the www.iloveasi.weebly.com and that comes up.
Okay.
But if you search in here that says I love ASI, it may not come up because it hasn't linked to that website yet.
And even if you put in like I love ASI Weebly, then will it come up?
Yep.
Okay. And then when you were talking earlier about helping it along with those like keywords on the left, will that help this issue, or the whole problem is that it's a subdomain?
Both. It's because it's a subdomain, so I would test it out first. But once you put those keywords in and you purchase a domain name, you will be able to be found on Google and Bing and all those things. Okay. So for the time being, if you're just going to test out a website and use that subdomain, you probably won't be able to be found if somebody's just going to type in your name. But if they type in your URL, your domain name, your website will come up because we just brought this one up. So we're going to try this one out. This also goes to another page. So we know that our links are working. So to edit those pages, over here on the left-hand side is where you're going to edit those pages. You can see that it has an X through the circles. That means it can't be viewed in your header. But to edit the page, you're just going to click, and it brings it up for you. So I personally don't like these large headers. I'm going to change it to no headers. And then I can go back to up here at blue, go back to build. And I just drag over the gallery box. We'll do that again. I deleted the header. And now I can add my images to this site. So all you're going to do is grab an image or grab gallery or grab a slideshow and drag and drop over. So now I can upload all of my green cat images. So I clicked it, you're going to click upload, and here I can just grab my images of the cats. So there's that. Publish it. Go to this site, go to gallery. You click on green cat. Here comes up those 3 images that we just submitted on there. So that works similar to this one. Under members, it brings it up to their own page. Same thing with my artwork. Here's a new page, and here's all the images. Anybody have any questions about adding extra pages and linking anything together? Yeah.
How about, do you do anything with video?
There is capabilities of video on here. I don't think I have any. So what you can do is audio. So this, so it looks like for audio, you have to upgrade to probably a paid version of Weebly. Same thing with video. Looks like they have a star underneath it.
And that could be stuff from your computer.
Stuff from your computer, exactly.
Doesn't
Yes.
like YouTube or somewhere else.
Yes. What you could do for YouTube, if you see right over here, for free, you don't have to pay. You can link to YouTube. So if you already have a YouTube channel, you just drag and drop. And then over here you add, your YouTube video URL. So if you already have things on YouTube, you can just go right there instead of having to download it. So I just want this here. It's really easy to get rid of things. You just kind of move your cursor around until it gets red. You say delete, and it's done. It's really nice that it catches it. Sometimes I find myself deleting things. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. So it says, are you sure? Anybody have any questions?
I didn't catch that YouTube edition where you went and added YouTube.
How do I
don't have
that?
a YouTube.
Yeah, so all I did was click YouTube.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
And drag over. And then you click anywhere in the middle of this.
Okay.
And you can put your URL in, which is going to be the www.so-and-so. So gallery.
What is that last one on the left? I can't see it.
That Flash?
Oh, okay.
Flash is it's a Photoshop, not a Photoshop product, but it has, Flash is like a video-esque kind of animation, moving things, yeah.
Oh,
I don't use it really at all. I've never really used Flash. Anybody use Flash?
It's a welcome mat for hackers.
There you go. I have never used it. I don't use it. It's not part of my media.
Can you scroll, see at the top you have home, about, contact, and gallery?
Yeah.
What if you want another title there?
Another page? So we'd create another page.
You created the orange and green page, but they're not listed up. Oh, because you had them hidden.
Because I hid it in hide navigation, so I'll show you it again. So to create a new page, say we're going to create a links page. We're going to link to everybody in the room. So go to pages. Top right corner, you're going to click the plus. And we're going to do a standard page. So let's call it a links to friends. As soon as I click out of here, you can tell this top part switches to links to friends.
Okay.
If I do not want it there, I click hide in navigation. If I want to see it, you just leave it open. And then you can change the header if you want. Again, I really don't like the headers. So you can just publish it. I always, like I said, toggle back and forth between the published site and the site that I'm working on, just to make sure things are properly working. The worst thing to do is to get your website done, you publish it and nothing works. You don't check it out. I always have my friends, my husband, my coworkers, go on my website, check the spelling. I'm an awful speller. Make sure your website has no spellings, links work. If you are typing an email, make sure your email, is the correct email. So have somebody else check it out for you. If you want me to be that person to check out your website, I'm more than happy to. Or if you have any questions after today,
Free of charge.
Free of charge. While I'm working. Seriously, if anybody has any questions, I am really open. I'm really flexible. We can talk on the phone. You can email me. We can text. We can Skype. I don't Twitter. It's the only thing I don't do. Pinterest. But my work email is down here at the bottom. And you can also check out our website at myartscouncil.net if you have any questions or want to see if we're doing another website, or find us on Facebook. We'll link to ASI if you guys have any questions. Is there anything you want to learn? I can go on for hours to show you about Weebly.
How do you put takeout for a store
That's
on
right.
your site?
So, I am going to show you on my website for the Arts Council because I already have it uploaded and everything like that. We already have a PayPal account. So I'm going to log in. You can click remember me if it's your own computer, but I don't want them to have my password and stuff. So what's nice about a paid version of Weebly and some of the other sites you have, or if you use Google Analytics, it tells you stats. So it can tell you today, or this week, we had 444 unique visitors. We had 2,040 page views. It just tells you where things are coming from. If I click this little arrow over here, here is my entire, looks like a few months. So it can say today or yesterday, I had 482 unique visitors on our website. Some days we have only 128. That's page views. Unique visitors, 97 yesterday. If you scroll down, it tells you where people are finding your information from on the right-hand side, the referring website. What are the search terms? What are the terms they use to find us? That's your SEO. And then your top pages. So you can say that I had 96 people on my Winter Arts Festival page. We always have a ton of people on our board and staff. So that way you can see what are people looking at, what do they like, and where are they coming from. So to do the PayPal, to go into your website, you're going to click Edit Site. And this is the back view of our website. So to go to we use it in our education classes. I'm going to go to Pages. We have a ton of pages. I don't know why, but I'm going to scroll down and find my kids' classes.
What if you don't like the name and you want to change the name a month later?
Of your website? You can do that. Yeah. All you do is
click.
Like
the domain and everything?
Yeah. This is for some reason that's like this stuff.
Yeah, there's no limits, right?
Not like
Yeah, just the name.
Oh, look, we had 445. So something. Somebody looked at our website in the last second. Hope it was one of you. That's probably me. It was probably me. No, it probably was me.
Okay.
So you can either find your page going under Pages, or you can just go to your top menu bar and click on Pages, and it will bring it up for you to edit. So you don't always have to go, we have 100 or so pages. So, to create a link with PayPal, you are going to have a PayPal account already and have your email and your username handy. So once you get your PayPal account signed up, I can't sign up because I already have one. I have a personal one that's already hooked to my website. So I can't show you how to actually create one. It's really easy. It just asks you for your username and it links to your site, your PayPal. So what I'm going to show you, you're going to go down to the build and the elements where we kind of took the photos and the text. And if you scroll down a little bit to commerce, it says product. So I'm going to grab this product and run it over here. So what you will do is you will create a product. So I'm going to create a painting, and under new product, I can give it a name. So we're going to say cat. I'm going to give away a cat. You can write a description if you want. You don't have to. I usually don't use a description. I know. Well, I don't have a cat, so it's not mine. It's somebody else's. my neighbor's cat. It's a physical good or a digital good. You have to upgrade, so I use digital or physical good. So we're going to sell my cat for $1,000.
Neighbor's cat.
There'd be a nice cat, right?
It's a good business.
We're going to sell the funny one, too. So what I'm going to do is I like to upload a photo so somebody knows the product they're getting. So if you're selling a painting or a piece of jewelry or another product, you can upload an image. So to upload the image, like you saw on our website, you're going to go to Upload Image. Again, it's going to take you to your desktop file. You're going to find whatever image you like. You can only use one here. And then you're going to click Open. So there you go. There's my green cat. That green cat's $1,000. Call me if you want him. I do not do anything else. I don't do sale price. I don't do a SKU. I don't do the weight. And multiple orders, you have to upgrade to do that. That would be if you're selling a t-shirt and somebody wants a red t-shirt that's a size medium. And you also sell the black t-shirt that could be as a large.
And then we will go to all the other stuff.
Yep. I usually don't put any of the other stuff on there.
But that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yep.
So for business purposes.
For business purposes.
How many color, size, whatever phrase you want.
Yep.
T-shirts, hats, all that.
Yeah, you'll do all that stuff under multiple options.
If you click on charge sales tax, will it just automatically figure it for you?
It will automatically figure it for you, yes. You have to put in what your sales tax will be depending on where your region is.
But the question is, if that person purchases this $1,000 cat image, is it then gone after that?
Yes, it's my responsibility to go in and take it off the website unless you have multiples of those.
So it's when it gets purchased, you still have to take it off.
You have to take it off. Yeah, I take it off the website.
I have noticed on some sites they just put a red dot indicating being sold.
Yep. Yeah, you can easily do that. Say sold. That way you don't have to worry about having a link there. You can just, instead of having that box that has the PayPal, you can just put an image and say the red dot or say sold works.
Okay.
So we're going to click Save Product. And there we go. There's my cat for $1,000. So I'm just going to publish this and show you what your customers will see when they want to go buy my $1,000 cat. Hopefully no one's at the Arts Council. If not, I have no cat to give away. But we'll do it quickly. So it's under my kids' glasses. So right here it is. Our kids' classes are until next year, so hopefully no one's on this page. So what your customer will see is this, and then what they will do if they want to purchase that cat or a good from you or a service, art classes, tickets, paintings, you're going to click Buy Now. Website, there you go. It takes some time. So it comes up that you're buying the cat for $1,000. If your customer has a PayPal account, they can log into their PayPal account. If they don't, which some people don't, they can still buy your items using a credit card. So you don't have to worry about linking to PayPal if somebody does not have their own PayPal account. I would just fill out all this information, click Continue, and wait for that cat to arrive.
Now, I have a question. Now, for like, you know, how the doors and the shit we have, so you have to involve like and have a link to you know, product with shipping and stuff, so you can show them stuff.
Yep, that would be under your.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
She needs to link to like USPS and FedEx and.
Delivery, you know, parts being delivered.
Yep. So what you'll do that under.
Your delivery option.
I'm going to edit the product. You're going to do multiple orders. So here, and you have to, you know, do it. So you can say red shirt. Oh no, you don't want one. It's going to be be in your, we don't use this at the Arts Council. It's going to be in your storefront. And you're going to create products. And there's advanced options. This is where you put your SEO title. And then orders. Here is the shipping menu. So what I did, this is kind of confusing. Is in this, when I clicked on your, let's do this again. Here's your product. I'm going to click your product. Click edit product. And then I'm going to go over here on the left-hand side. It says orders. And here are all the orders we have at the Arts Council. Here's that. So to find where you're shipping it to, you're going to click whatever order you want. It gives you a highlight of, so somebody bought a first pick ticket, $50. We don't charge sales tax, we don't have shipping, but you can add your shipping depending on where you're going to ship your information from. You can see when the order was placed, the transaction, so I know exactly what time my transactions happened. And here's the shipping information for you. So you know you're going to ship it to Teresa, this is her address, and her email. So for you, if you want to give them tracking information, you're going to have to email them your tracking information. They just won't automatically get it. But this is where you
can choose the carrier.
Yeah, you can choose a carrier, yes. And just say, okay, you can email Teresa and say, Dear Teresa Smith, here's your tracking order. It will be here in this day. It doesn't do it automatically since we're not connected directly with USPS or Postal Service or FedEx.
So for the product, you know how you link the product when you buy it, and you have your gallery, and the gallery says like the picture is $60 or whatever. Now, are there two different things then? Like the gallery is one thing and then the product is something?
Yes. Yep. That's a good question. So he asks, it's a difference between your gallery of images and your products. So what you can do is, say I have a gallery of green cats, and it's just a gallery. It says everything is for sale. You can have a product on another page. You can call that page a store, and say an 8 by 10 print of whatever you want. So that customer will click that 8 by 10 print, and you can have a little bar that comes down to the bottom, and they can type in whatever image they want of yours. So if you have a title, so say somebody wants to buy, make sure I have the title. Say somebody wants to buy this painting, and I named it number 4, if I had a title name for it. On a different page, I could have a link that has number 4. You click it and it takes you to PayPal. So it's not on here. You're not buying images. You're not buying artwork from your gallery. You have a separate page. Yeah, you can have a separate page.
So you recommend having it separated?
It's really up to you. What you can also do instead of having, the problem having, let me do this, let me go back here. The problem having these here is that image, you can't enlarge that image to see it. So customers can't see that really large image next to the PayPal button. What you can do, and this is probably what you would want to do, is instead of having an image, you can change the look of this. If I click this, I'm going to go to display style, and I can go to small, and then go to advanced. I'm not going to show the image, I'm not going to show the description, and I'm just going to show the price. So this is what it looks like. So you can put that underneath an image. So if I bring an image over here.
Like that would be set up on your gallery page.
On your gallery page, yep. So you have an image of your cat, which when you want to click on it, it'll open up larger. If you're you're doing artwork, people really want to see those details. And that way they can still buy it right underneath your page. Once that one image is sold, or if you don't want to sell that anymore, you can just take off that button. So customers know they can't buy that one from you, or you can put sold on it. But that may be the best key for you, because you really want to have a really nice large image so somebody can look at it. But if you want to buy it, you don't have to have a really small image.
So, you just type.
Yeah, you can just X this off and put text and say sold.
Okay, gotcha.
So I could do this. I'm not going to delete that because I need it. But I could just say sold like that.
Now, this is a company I've been looking at for this product, and it's been for months. It's still not here, but they don't have out of stock. I emailed them actually where it says, and they never responded. When I checked the day to see if the product either is in stock or it's still there, but it's not gone. The picture's still there, but it's not in, it's not in their gallery no more. It's on the regular page. They haven't changed it yet.
And that's,
and that's the only thing I want to purchase from them.
Yeah.
That page.
Yeah.
But they haven't fixed it yet.
And that's how annoying is that. You go on the page, you see something you want, you can't get to it. You just want to scream.
I'm like, maybe to come back. They need to just let me know.
Yeah, and that's what, if you have a website, if somebody emails you and says, hey, I really like that image, you want to be real, not quick, you don't have to email them that next day, but you want to be able to get back to your customers. It creates credibility. It really creates a nice business customer service sense.
So when you have a gallery, you have the small pictures and you click on it, when does that kick in that little box? Does that go with the little ones, or once you click on it, it comes up with
the big ones, yep. So what you'll do, let me publish this quickly. Well, the 4 people in here, it's going to look, let's see. Yeah. That's right. I guess it does open up. So I'm wrong. So I guess if you want, instead of doing this, like we talked about putting an image and then putting this text underneath it, I guess these do enlarge. I don't ever use that, truthfully, for the Arts Council website and my personal site. So it's good to know that it enlarges it. So if you do want to put a painting or a photograph or a CD or something like that in there. So what was your question? So it only will enlarge.
So when you have it like that, when you click on it, that's when it comes up.
That's when it comes up, yeah.
So that the price underneath that.
Yeah, and then you can just click through it that way.
And it'll have each one of those, and you scroll through, it has the purchase underneath that.
Yeah, right down underneath here you can have the purchase. And then below this I could have that link to PayPal, where you can purchase it at. Now with Weebly, let me say one thing and I'll answer your question. With Weebly, you can have a free site, which I have. I do not pay anything for my site. I did it about 6 years ago. So I only pay for my domain name. Weebly has now changed that you have to have a starter site in order to have your own domain name. But the only, for the free site, the only advertising that Weebly does, and I don't mind it, is down here at the bottom. It says create a free website powered by Weebly. But if I paid $4 a month, that would be gone. Like it is at the Arts Council. We have our own kind of footer, they call it. I don't mind that. I'm not making a ton of sales. I'm not really sending my work out to galleries at this point. If I was, I may get rid of that. But for me at this point, you know, the art's taken out of it. So at least I have a website. No one really scrolls down to the bottom either, so they may not see it. You have a question on it?
I'm wondering about your color choices. Is there a psychology of one color that's better to use than another? Like you use the white with, like you switch to green and blue and things. Are you doing that for a reason, or?
I really like white. It's really clean. It's simple. For my personal artwork, it doesn't intersect with the colors that I'm using. And for the Arts Council, it's simple. It doesn't have. I would probably use tans, grays, blacks, and whites. I would use neutrals. That's my personality. That's my design sense. There's nothing saying you can't use a really nice coral, but how is that going to look with your artwork? How is that going to look with your I like whites. It's really clean and fresh.
I can't find any background images on it that are plain. They're all like a girl on a swing and a sunset.
You can upload your own background images.
Oh.
So if you want a really large painting or something like that, or something more specific to you,
Just something plain. I
Yes.
just can't find any on here.
Yes,
Okay.
you can upload your own images.
We know if the sites that are created here are what they refer to as reactive, in terms of if you watch it on a smartphone, is it completely reorganized and all
Yes,
that?
it does.
Okay.
Weebly, great question. And I'll show you where you can see that. Let me delete the cat though, first. I'll fix that tomorrow. So, Weebly is great. With the introduction of cell phones and iPads, you can see on your website how it will look when you actually go to on your smartphone. So up here at the top, remember I showed you the square earlier? We really haven't used it for anything. If you click this, it's a desktop or it switches to mobile. So it shows you, this is what it looks like on my smartphone. And I looked at it, that's exactly what it looks like. So it is reactive. Double check it out. I always keep my cell phone with me. I go and look it up. I always kind of check back and forth between them. But that's another reason why I like Weebly, because you don't have to reprogram everything. Your question?
So, I sell on Etsy, and I think you had mentioned, and I do sell outside of the United States. And so shipping is an issue because, shipping costs are going to be very different depending on which country you're shipping to. So I just wasn't clear if those advanced options give you the ability to allow to select where it's going to be shipped to.
I've never used that function. We don't ever ship anything, so I
probably asked.
I'll see kind of like a note to seller if you want shipping policy. I do not know. I can look at it for you and try to find it. I can always ask call Weebly and check it out for you. But like you mentioned, if you don't want to sell on your website and you just want to use your site for a gallery of images, you can always link to your Etsy site. You can have a link that says, to purchase my images, click here, and then it takes you right to Etsy that has everything built in. I don't know if Weebly does have that, but I can look into it for you. Make sure I get your email for you, please.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions? I know I went through a ton of stuff, and there's always more that I can go through. Please call me, use me, text me, email me.
There's no phone number for you.
What?
There's no phone number here.
Oh, I'll give you my phone number. This is my work phone number. The next 2 months are crazy, so I may not be in when you call. But my work phone number is 716-372-7455. So until the end of the year, I'm in and out of the office every day.
This is a little off what you were talking about, but you did mention at the beginning that the arts council that you work for looks for not commission, but for you to have shows.
Yep.
And how do you do that?
I run 3 galleries. It's part of my job. I run the grants, the gallery, the education. So go to our website. We have 3 different galleries. We have one at the Arts Council. It's called Art on Main. It's about a 30-foot wall. I also manage the Olean Public Library Gallery. I'm their curator. We do about 4 shows a year there. And I also manage the Jamestown Community College Center Gallery at JCC in Olean. So on our website, there's links to all 3 of those galleries. You can see what they look like, and then send me a resume, send me some images, send me a little note, and I'll see what fits best and if we have space. I'm all booked up right now for 2016. for all 3 galleries. So I always book a year out. So I'm starting 2017. So send me images on that email I gave you. We also have a consignment store. We have a small store at the Arts Council where we sell local artisan work. We also have coming up an event called our Winter Arts Festival. It's going to be held at Holiday Valley, so if anybody's skiers, we're hoping it snows. But we are selling local art, artisan-made, handmade items, soaps and things. So if anybody's interested, deadline this year is already over, but you can come check it out, and we have a bunch of sales opportunities, open gallery events and shows and anything you want. If you want to teach, call me. I'm always looking for somebody to teach art classes or classes like this. So, good question. Any other questions?
Did I miss it? You mentioned earlier how to add the free Google Analytics.
I did not. You have to go to Google and download it.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. I don't use Google Analytics because Weebly already has their own analytics in it.
But I thought you said you had to pay for that one.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Which we use at the Arts Council. I have not used Google Analytics.
Doesn't Google have their own domain and pages you could buy from them too?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. They have Google Groups. I don't know if you can create websites in Google Groups. Looks like you need to sign in, and you probably have to tap it somehow or download a little app and put it in.
Okay.
I can do it at home and figure it out for you and send you a link. Okay. I've never used it because we use it on Weebly.
Yeah.
But it would be good for the free websites.
So if you start with the subdomain page, at any point in time, you can do your domain, it just makes all your content and will throw it.
Yes. Yeah, Weebly will let you do that. And they will also help you point your domain name to your website. It's kind of, you just can't buy a domain and it automatically hooks to your website. You have to go in and Weebly will do all of that for you. Or if not, I can do it for you because I know how to go back in HTML and do it. If you need to call me. Anything else? Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
My hours right now are about 7 a.m. till 1 p.m., but I'm always on my cell phone, so I get that email 24/7. So if anybody needs to email me at home, I'll get it. Calling is kind of hard the next few months because I'm insane. Well, I'm insane, and my schedule's insane. So. Thank you so much for coming. I know there's a lot of information I presented. Take your time, read it over, and call me. Thank you.
And just as a reminder,